Hi.
Oh, no, please, don't stop on my account. Actually, it's very cheering. I could use some cheer today.
Well, not my singing. If that helps, you're really in trouble. I had this teacher one time. She said to me that I was a very creative singer, but please could I sing in tune with everyone else? I thought I was, but I thought everyone else was out of tune.
Well, I'm glad you survived that to sing another day. Now, why don't you tell me what brings on this burst of happy song?
I've ever seen you look so lost and lonely, Bobby.
Why shouldn't I be?
Well, you do have every reason to. This depression that you're going through right now is the worst. And what can happen is that it just sort of keeps feeding on itself, and then your brain starts to atrophy, and the chemistry of the brain goes completely out of control, and the depression gets even worse.
What do you know about brain chemistry and depression?
Well, now a good lawyer knows about everything. That's why I decided to cancel all my appointments this afternoon and stay here with you, because you look like you could really use a friend.
Well, thanks. I could use one.
Well, I'm here for you, Bobby. Okay?
Take it easy. Settle down. Get that elevator. Let's go.
Oh, sir.
Hey, grab him. Somebody stop that guy. Get that doctor. Get him. Calm down. Amy, will you help me with Mr. No, he's not going that. I want that guy when the police gets here. He's going to serve time for this.
He's going anywhere.
Yes, he is.
You're going to have
He'll
to
serve
calm
time for
down,
this.
or we can't examine you.
Examine me? There aren't two competent doctors in this whole hospital. Look, young lady, did somebody call the police yet?
No, not yet.
Listen, if you can walk, why don't you... Of course I can walk, you ninny. What do you think I look like?
I'm not going to get into that right now. We're going to take you to the emergency room, we're going to examine you, and then we're going to talk to you about what happened.
Where are the police at? Where are the police? I want to call the police. Take me to that desk over there and I'll call the police.
Just calm down.
I want to call the police.
Calm down. You have to be examined.
Come on, call the police. Call the police. I want these. I want to know. I want to call the police.
You're not doing yourself any good.
What are you going to do? You people are beating the hell out of me around here.
Jesse.
I got to call the police. Calm down.
What's going on? What in God's name happened here?
Doing? Just keep your hands off them. You understand?
One should be happy enough with life itself to be able to sing about it.
Oh, yes, one should be, but recently that one wasn't you.
Well, just because I sing like an old crow doesn't mean that I don't have the same feelings as everyone else.
No, of course not.
Well, it's been a very good day, what with one thing and the other. You know, this bank case is going really well.
Oh, finding some matching curlicues in their handwriting analysis, aren't we?
Yes. As soon as I got all this straightened up, I'll show you some of them.
Oh, good.
And, I don't know, what else?
Oh, please, go on.
Well, that's it, really.
Oh, that's it? Why don't you explain your simply delirious happiness, then?
My goodness, we're the cynic today, aren't we? Don't you believe me?
Mrs. Lavery, do you expect me to believe that this musical ecstasy has anything to do with our bank client?
Well, there might be a couple of other things.
Yes, a couple of other things like requited love, because I see seated before me a very beautiful, fulfilled woman who probably would think that anything she did today, like stub her toe, would be reason enough to burst into song.
Oh, maybe you're right.
I think so.
Who does Victor think he is keeping you in New York all that time? I mean, I had a heck of a time trying to explain it to Anna.
Oh, you did just fine. Victor was so overcome with grief, I couldn't leave him there on his own.
Of course, you did what you could. It's not your fault.
You know, friendships is such a funny thing. You can spend your entire life with a man and never call him a friend. But I don't know. With Julian, it was as if... It was almost like we grew up together from the first time that we met.
Well, boss, you two had a lot in common. You were both young guys, coming out of mob families.
And I miss him. I keep seeing the way he took that bullet when he was trying to warn me away from the ambush.
I keep telling you, boss, it wasn't your fault.
Well, at least I'll get to say goodbye to him in a proper fashion.
How's that?
The memorial service. I must go to that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're going to go to Julian Jerome's memorial service?
Yes, I am.
Boss, this is one shot I'm going to call. I think you lost your way a little bit here. Now, Julian's funeral is going to be nothing but a shooting gallery with cameras for every federal, state, and local cop within the airline distance.
How can I give a damn about that when a friend of mine is dead?
I'll tell you how. 1, Anna. 2, Robin. 3, your liquor license. 4, Robert Scorpio.
I get it. I get
5,
it.
your bank loan. 6, me. Boss, please. You're not going to go anywhere if I have to nail you to the pier. You're not going to go. You're not going to make it.
But it seemed like when I married Jake, all of a sudden 2 pieces of the puzzle came together. Like if I'd fly off the handle, he'd stay calm and... I don't know. If he'd be in a bad mood, I'd be in a good mood. If he'd go to bed. If he'd stay in bed late, I'd get up early, vice versa. Gosh. Listen to me.
I am.
I know. I mean, I'm babbling on and on about ancient history, and it must be driving you up the wall.
Well, you don't see me up there on the walls, do you? I said I was here for you, whatever you need. If you want to talk, I will listen. If you want to listen, I'll talk. Or if you just want to listen to this house creak, that's okay. Whatever you want to do, Bobby.
How do I deserve this kindness?
Well, everybody deserves it. They just don't always get it. Now, come over here and tell me about the Bobby that I didn't know for all the years while I was gone. I really love it.
Really?
Yep. Now, I'm sure you and Jake didn't have this great life all the time. You guys must have fought a bit, right?
Sure we fought. Did we fight? Does water run downhill? We had some fights that were pretty ridiculous.
Like what?
We had some fights that weren't so funny. Like my wanting a baby and needing a baby and not being able to have a baby.
Well, that must have been very tough.
Yeah, and that wasn't Jake's fault. But Jake's solution to that particular problem nearly tore us apart the first time.
Really? How did that happen?
Getting Lucy Coe pregnant. I mean, he didn't mean for that to happen. That wasn't supposed to happen. It was a one-night stand. That was bad enough. But, you know, all of a sudden it seemed like there was some kind of a karma that kicked in or something. Like maybe we were really supposed to have a baby. And the baby was going to be his flesh and blood. Anyway, you know the end of that story.
Yeah, well, and then Lucy lost the child.
Enough. I may feel better unloading all this, but how much more can you take?
Well, I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Scott, it's crazy. How many marriages could survive that kind of a thing? A man getting another woman pregnant.
Not very many.
But we did. We survived it. I even thought that it made us stronger. When we lost that baby, we both suffered so much.
Well, of course, because it would have been like your real child.
That's what doesn't make any sense. How could we survive that and not this?
I don't know. But I want to tell you something. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't tell you.
Tell me. You can say anything to me.
Well, it's just real hard for me not to lay into Jake right now. I think it was a really lousy thing that he did. I think it was destructive, and it was unfair. You went all the way down and stayed at the hotel, month of the air, waiting for him, and he didn't even have the guts to show up. I mean, what the... We better get the phone.
Hello? Could you slow down, please? Yes, hold on a minute. It's for you. He sounds kind of crazy, but I think it's that Mr. Arnold at General.
Oh, God. Hello, Scotty Baldwin here.
Where the hell were you? You should have been here. They were beating me up in the hallway. This guy punched me out. A doctor, for God's sakes, beat me up. They got the blacks running this place. I don't think it's safe here.
Mr. Arnold, calm down just a minute, all right, and tell me what happened.
Just get the hell over here. They're going to kill me.
Look, I'll be right over. Goodbye.
What's going on?
I've got to call up the hospital right now. Mr. Arnold says that some doctor punched him out in the hall.
A doctor? Well, call. Let's find out what's going on. He's so unpleasant.
Second floor nurse's station, Mrs. Brewer.
Hello, Jesse. This is Scotty Baldwin.
Scotty, what can I do for you?
Well, I just got a call from Dean Arnold.
Yeah, I know what it's about. I think you better talk to Dr. O'Connor. He was in the middle of the whole thing. Hold on a second. Patrick? Oh, it's Scotty Baldwin.
Yeah, Scott.
Yeah, hi. Listen, I just got a call from a client of mine, Dean Arnold.
Oh, brother, I wish you could have been here. You're the only one that seems to be able to talk to this guy. We just had ourselves a real brawl.
What happened?
Well, your client, Mr. Arnold, shall we say, made some very ugly racial remarks about Simone Hardy. And Tom punched his lights out.
Was anybody hurt?
Yeah, Simone tried to step in and break the whole thing up. She got knocked down to the ground. She might be in a very bad way. So we rushed her off the GYN. We don't have any results yet. Your client just got a cut over the eye.
Well, what about Simone's baby?
Simone, is the baby all right?
I don't know. I can't...
Look, let's go. Come on. Let's get out of
Patrick,
here.
listen. I'm going to come on down there, all right?
Right.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Our baby, you know, he even hated our unborn child. Just the idea of our baby.
All the stupid, stupid things I have ever done.
You know, Tom, if I lose, it's like if he really won.
I never felt such anger. Why wasn't I ready? Why wasn't I able to control
Well,
it?
you were protecting me, and I love you for that.
With a friend like me.
Should have seen the way he looked at me when he thought I was going to be his doctor. I never saw any hatred like that before.
I've been in a fight like that since I was 12 years old. To think I could lose control with you standing there like that.
It was so strange. I felt as if I was being burned or something.
All I had to do was just take your arm and walk away.
Say, my dad, he was right. I've just been too sheltered.
Too sheltered?
Yeah, because I always felt that black folks knew enough about bigotry just from everyday life. You know, the way people look at you and look right through you like you're not even standing there. But you don't understand these things.
Simone, I've tried to put myself in your place ever since I've met you.
It's not the same thing.
Look, Simone, I know now what your parents were afraid of. That when the hate came, I would be the one who wouldn't be able to handle it, and they were right.
But, Tom, I could lose our baby just because of the color of my skin.
Because of me, because I lost control.
No, it's not you. Hey, don't blame yourself, because I wanted to do something to him, too.
How are we feeling?
Mentally or physically?
Both.
Well, I'm a little terrified right now, but physically, I'm not feeling any pain. But that doesn't mean anything, I know.
Well, it means that things aren't getting worse at the moment. I'll need to examine you, though.
I'll wait outside.
It won't take long.
Don't go far, okay?
Never again, baby. Never again.
Let's take your book. Sure.